All right, welcome, folks. My name is Michael Huggins, and you are watching our Zoom Up. It's our meetup on Zoom. I got my co-host today out of Chicago. What's up, Scott?
Here I am, Chicago.
Yeah. So we are a nationwide community of real estate investors, and today we are showcasing another successful student. The idea behind this is that you get enough inspiration to get off your butt, change your life, take some action, and do some deals. And it's not easy. Real estate is risky. There's a lot of potential. You can make as much money as you want, but if you do it wrong, you could also lose a boatload of money.
And,
So we want to
let me help you out with that. Let me help you out with that. And Michael would know because Michael's sitting on 265 acres at 32 years old. After we met him, we saved him, right?
I needed some help.
Right. He was doing Jiffy Lube. He was in the pit of a Jiffy Lube. We yanked him out of the Jiffy Lube pit. Yeah. And at 22 years old, we shook him off all the oil. And
10,000 oil changes a year.
A year. It's for a mere 22 grand a year. Oh, crazy.
Yeah, $2 oil change.
Now he's sitting on 265 acres. He's got he's planning a bamboo ranch. He's going to do some treehouse
TP yurts, clubhouses. We've got this whole glamping expedition happening. But when I first started, my fridge was empty, my wallet was empty, and I was behind on my bills and my promises. So this community of people and the idea behind this real estate investing opportunity radically changes people's lives if you show up and you apply what you're going to learn. So we've got another great example today from one of our students. Scott, tell our audience a little bit about him.
I will. His name is Devie Robertson. He's a veteran, and I met him because he joined our group via webinars. I hang out with him on a daily basis because we all hang out on a daily basis. He runs, he's in DC, the DC area. He's helped us open up offices, helped a lot of students get their starts. He's now reaching out across the country to help other people. I think he's got a pretty significant foothold in Detroit right now. So doing some great things. We're going to hear about his start, and I'd love to hear about his first deal because everybody wants to hear about that first deal. Mr. Devie Robertson, everybody.
Well, hey, I can hear all the applause, man. That's great, man. I can hear it even through y'all mutes. So I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Well, tell us a little bit about your transformation, your experience. How did you get introduced to us? Where did you come from? And yeah, tell us about your first deal.
Yeah. So I actually found you all this community because as I was retiring out of the Navy, did 20 years in the Navy, was already running some businesses, was running 2 travel agencies, 2 smoothie stores, but wanted to get into real estate investing. Did my first deal where we should have lost 30. We thought we were going to make $40,000 off of it. End up making 8, but we should have lost 30,000 because we had no idea what we were doing, and only because it was 07 we were able to even make any money. And when I say we, it was three individuals in that deal. But that got me on the path of wanting to really find a way to get into real estate investing, and found this group, like Scott said, online, saw what they were doing, liked it, went down to a meeting and said, man, I got to be a part of this because it was just what I was looking for.
So from the time you did your first deal in 2007, when did you hook up with this community?
That was 2016. So I don't even really count.
I'm the guy that's in for 2007. He's
yeah. 2007 was my first real estate deal, period. Right. And I only point that out because I didn't know what we didn't know what we were doing. Just because we had a little money, we figured we could do real estate. And that was the worst thing for us to even do.
All right, so you're okay. Let me just clarify here. So you're saying the first deal in 2007 didn't work out as well as you thought it was going to work out?
Yeah. We thought, hey, we were watching the TV shows.
This is going to be easy.
It's going to be easy. You got some money, go flip a house.
Yeah, all right. Okay,
and
good.
Then you don't do anything for 9 years. You focus on your other career, and then you enter an ad. You get connected to us somehow, and then what happened?
Yeah, because during that process, I was looking for different ways to get into real estate investing. So you name it, the books, the gurus, all that stuff, the online stuff. I had went through all of that, and but when I found this group,
how'd you find us?
I saw a roadside sign, actually.
Okay,
I saw a roadside sign, and the
stuff
answer
works. My wife answered the same thing.
Yep. And got me down, and everything that I had seen, like you say, Huggy, from the 9 years. When I saw this group, it was like all of that stuff that I had been exposed to was put together in one house and more. And I was like, wow, this is where I got to be. So this is where been laying my hat ever since. I'm not going anywhere.
I talk about your deal that, so you did not so good in '07. You start with this group. How fast between the starting with this group to your first deal with us?
Yeah. After being with this group for my 10 months, 10 months in, I get to my first transaction. And I came down here wanting to do fix and flips again. But because of what I had learned through the whole platform, I learned so much. There was so much more to real estate investing than just what you saw on TV, fix and flips and stuff. And so with that knowledge, went into this one particular transaction that me and another partner, another student was partnering in on that. We went in with the aspects of doing a flip, and but how it turned around was because of what we knew. That transaction actually turned into a wholesale deal. Normally it goes wholesale, fix and flips, and then buy and hold and money lending, right?
Right.
But the cool thing was because of just not being pigeonholed to one particular transaction, we were open up to many strategies there. And so had reached out to a couple of investors within our community and then outside of the community on this particular deal. And people were coming down and they liked it. They liked the property, the potential of it. So they started making us offers on the property. Now, I had took a class on negotiations and creative acquisition. And that negotiation class helped me tremendously because it helped me have conversations with potential buyers and sellers. And so we had negotiated with the sellers on this particular deal that we negotiated the purchase of the price at a deep discount, right? Even though the sellers had to bring cash to the closing, which they were happy to do. They just wanted to get out of the property.
Wow.
And so, because if you had been sitting across the wife, she was like, "I want it gone." That's
Okay.
what she wanted it gone, and because it was the husband, it was his deceased wife. It was their house together. They had married, and so she wanted out. And so we negotiated the price, the purchase of it, even though they had to bring cash to it. That had us at a deep discount on the property. I put this, started advertising the property just to kind of get a feel of what we had in our hands, who would be interested in, hey, who could potentially buy this when we're done with it, because we had planned on flipping it, and it was going to take us about 4 months in the flip. We had anticipated 4 months, but we had projected for 6 months in case we had to hold it for 6 months. So, and we'd had our numbers, what our numbers going to be. But then it changed when other investors, particularly outside of our community, came and took a look at the property, and they wanted it. And so they were making us offers that ultimately we had them bidding against each other, and we got the offer that we wanted. And that offer ended up having us. It was about a $70,000 spread from what we negotiated to what they were willing to buy it for.
Wow.
So, we were looking at it. Wow was exactly what we said too. And we're like, wow, we can make more doing this as a wholesale deal than we would if we were going to flip it. And the investor that wanted to buy it was a cash investor. He bought all his homes cash. So we get into this transaction. What was supposed to take us 4 to 6 months, we end up closing on that property in 40 days. And then we walked away netting $65,000 on that deal. So, because when we go to closing, there was some costs and stuff associated with that, fees, which I was happy, but we netted $65,000, and it took us only 40 days.
And you didn't have to take much risk because you weren't hiring people, you weren't taking off roofs and stuff, right? You were just flipping the paper.
Yep. Didn't have to pick up a hammer. Didn't have to touch a thing in the house.
Didn't have to schedule contractors and product. You just found a discounted property.
Didn't have to hire an agent. None of that stuff. We just had to show up at a closing. I had to dress up, so that was the most work I had to put in. I had to dress up. So,
you had to take some classes, right? You had to know how to
took some classes,
find the deal.
Yeah.
Put the paperwork together, then get the bidding war going, all of
Yeah.
that, right?
But even in
So
taking the classes, it was fun because I was learning things that I had never been exposed to. Just
even
picking
though
up
you had
knowledge.
taken all the webinars, the guru events, the books, everything else, you were still learning a ton.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because they just give you enough to wet your whistle. Honestly, that just enough to excite you about it, but not enough to actually put you in transaction mode. And so when I got to that point, I was like, wow, I felt so comfortable and ready to go out and put this transaction together.
Cool. So now you're a CEO.
Now I'm a boss.
That's what I'm talking about. Way cool. So, so that's a money making strategy. Are you using any of the debt acceleration strategies or the credit building strategies? What else are you working on?
Oh yeah, so the debt acceleration, I love that strategy, man. It's nothing like it. So doing that on actually two properties that are in my control, love that. So started that strategy in 2017, the debt acceleration strategy. So I'm scheduled to be done with on the 30. So the house that we were in, bought that in 2013. So the schedule was supposed to be to 2043.
Right.
So that house will actually be paid off in 2026.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 more years.
So be free and clear of that because of that strategy and not having to add any additional payments or any budget changes. So I love that. So be free and clear on a property like that.
Cool. So you're using multiple sides of what we're talking about, because some people come in and they focus on just making money, and some people are on just getting out of debt. But you're saying, hey, man, it's all here for me. Let's do it all.
Yeah, it's like being in a smorgasbord. You got all this stuff that you can eat on. Why not put it into action? And that was another thing that was attractive to me about this community, because it was all housed in one area. So I came in wanting to just do fix and flips. I was watching the TV shows. I thought that was like sexy money. So, but then getting exposed to so many different strategies all in one. Right now, I'm focused on more buy and holds. Like Scott had mentioned, working on some things in Detroit. So multi-units, having one address, multiple doors that are pay rent, that's great. So looking forward to that.
That's your next phase, is getting into multifamily.
Yeah, or the bigger units, because the largest unit I have now is a 6 unit.
Oh, okay. And so how many units do you have total? How many
Two
doors?
6, and I should say 2 6 units, and
Okay.
then 3 single families.
Right on. So you got 15 properties or 15 doors, and you're using the debt acceleration strategy. You're getting them paid off. And now you have this solid foundation so that you can go to the next city, build up your network, and take down even more properties.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And that allows me to give back to this community, because that puts me in a position to where now we can focus on helping other communities grow. So
Yeah.
I love that. I love that aspect of it, because it's not just about me and what I can get, from a financial standpoint, but meeting other people across the country, starting other communities, helping out online. All that stuff is great. It's fun. It's so fun for me.
Yeah. And we're able to kind of return the favor, so to speak. I guess we're doing it to the new people, right? Because like Scott said at the beginning, someone helped me, and now I got to help people, and someone helped you, and now you're helping people, and it's this progression and this evolution of this community that really makes it work. So
Yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
your contributions, man.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, man. It's so much fun. I'm enjoying it. Loving it.
Yeah. And what you've accomplished in just 4 short years, who knows what the next 4 years are going to look like for you. I see some big things happening, and I really do appreciate who you've become, the people you're helping. The word gets around. I mean, you and I, we're on different sides of the country sometimes, but I
Yeah.
still hear your name and the impact you're making. So I appreciate what you're doing,
Yeah.
and congratulations thus far.
Well, thank you. As long as you didn't think I was a woman, and we're good. Like Scott did. He thought I was a woman first year.
Who's this Devie lady? No,
Yeah, he
it's
said
fine.
Devie. He thought it was Devie, so he's like, "Oh, that's a woman online." And then we meet in here in DC, and he sees me. He's like, "Oh, you're definitely all man." So I can appreciate that. That makes up for it then.
Yeah, man. Well, keep spreading the good word, keep sharing, helping people. I'm excited about hearing your big deals in Detroit coming down, and And folks, if you like what you hear, it's now time for you to get back with the person that sent you this link and get the next intro or the house tour or the workshop. We got 3 different recordings for you to watch. Or if you want to come attend some live ones, we got house tours happening tomorrow, Friday, and we got some workshops happening this Saturday and next Saturday. So what I'm saying is get involved, stay plugged in. Whoever invited you here knows what you need to do for your next step. So just reach out to them, send them a text or call. Hey, I love it. What's next? And we know what to do. We'll help you with that. So again, congratulations. And to everyone else here who's joining us live and catching the recording, get back with the person, watch the next episode, take action, change your life, join us, link arms with us, and we appreciate you. Thanks again, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one.